and we're live from chilly, really cold actually, South Central Los Angeles, California. I'm Mark, and I'm a codependent narcissist. The reason I'm wearing this hood is because it's really cold. And I just realized I looked like one of these new age wizard dudes. I don't know where you are at in your world, but in Los Angeles, there's a lot of that. Bali, there was a lot of that. There's a lot of that in some of the places I go and the circles I go through. Bernhard Gunter calls it the pop spirituality of the new age, and I love that term. And I don't judge these people. I think they're great. They're great for society, but I just realized that I had a wizard hood on, so I'm laughing at it. In my life, I have really like two main personal goals. One is to be half naked half the time, and that would mean that like you're at the beach half of your life, and that would be like a pretty fucking awesome way of experiencing this reality. And that'd be really fucking badass if you could do that. And the other personal goal is to be motherfucking 100% authentic. But what does that even mean? What does that even mean? Tom Campbell says, be authentic. When I first heard that, I was like, what the fuck does that even mean? Be authentic to what? Be authentic to whom? I had no fucking clue. Zero. And part of the reason that I didn't know how to speak my own truth. I really didn't even know what truth was, my truth was, let alone know how to verbalize it. I thought, growing up, I was never allowed to rock the boat. I was never allowed to make my parents angry. I even, remember being told when I'd ask questions, I don't know if they were difficult questions or like whatever. I don't really recall, but I remember just being yelled at and said, like, I told you so. Which made no sense because that was not an answer. I told you so. So I learned to like stop questioning why a lot. It really got that looking for truth shut down. And one of the problems with this is that it teaches kids, or taught me, that what I thought was stupid. Tell me what I thought was stupid. And yeah, I mean, then you just have like random thoughts coming into your head all the time. You don't even know what your truth really is. You're completely shut down. And you don't even want to speak it. Even if you could figure it out, you wouldn't even want to speak it, or wouldn't even want to speak it because I would just think it was stupid. And I would be just, my truth wouldn't be worth much. And when you do that, you start to feel like a victim of your own life. You just think that maybe your thoughts aren't even relevant. Totally irrelevant, because like you have no center. You're not grounded. Speak your truth, be authentic. What the fuck was that? In my house, feelings were never discussed. Except maybe not to make my mom angry. That was kind of like a known thing. Don't do that. That's bad. So my mom was like, she's a rageaholic. And my dad was kind of absent. He was like a workaholic. He never wanted to rock the boat, man. he never wanted to rock the boat. So not making my mom angry was like the only thing that was feeling that people knew about. Processing your feelings, anger, anything. When you stop processing your feelings, you start feeling shame for feeling your feelings. And that creates toxic shame, that shame that just kind of like lives in your body and that you're not even aware of anymore. It just kind of becomes you. And I think that's where a lot of these cancer and diseases come from. You know, it's just this we call it low self-esteem, which is like a nice way of saying shame. Shame is like, oh yeah, that hurts. It has a feeling attached to it. Low self-esteem means that like some people are better than others. You know, oh, you have low self-esteem. Well, I kind of have like not as low self-esteem. That's how I feel about it. But really what it means is you have shame. And when you're not allowed to, when you just start having shame all the time, you know, your emotions are just shut down. You know, they just shut down. So the way out is to feel your feelings. To feel your feelings and start writing them down. You know, you're dysfunctional right now. I am dysfunctional right now. So the people around me are probably motherfucking dysfunctional. And that happens because we are energetically drawn to our emotional set point. You know, if your parents are alcoholics, if you go out, I will meet a girl who's an alcoholic, or you will meet a person who's an alcoholic. It's how it works. These mirrors are meant to show us our fears so we can transcend them and become our higher self, our more love-based self. And from that vibration, bro, I mean, can you even imagine? I can't even imagine. That's kind of what I mean by going all the way. Like, I can't even fucking imagine what it would be like to be in that vibration and just like attract similar people of that vibration. And I know it's possible because I look around my own life and just see the dysfunction that I attract. And so I'm really working on changing this vibration by going all the way. And I got to admit to myself again, like I thought I was grateful for a lot of things, but I'm grateful sometimes. And for a lot of the times, I think, you know, my obsessive thinking gets in the way and it's like, oh, life sucks in some way. And now, I mean, I started this yesterday. I'm just going to be in gratitude all day, 24/7. And just like start listing everything I'm grateful for. You know, fucking down to like, hey man, I'm grateful for the wind and air, and really feel what it means to be grateful for. Oh, I'm grateful for the grass. I'm grateful for my health. Grateful for my car. I'm grateful for where I'm at in my personal growth. Or whatever, man. You start there. You start just listing everything you're happy for about in your life. Whoa. Do that for 30 days or 6 weeks, and then becomes then you rewire your brain. You have new neural pathways that is like things in your life just motherfucking rock. Dude, that becomes your reality. That really becomes your reality. So don't repress your feelings, man. Like if you don't have people around you, write them down in a journal. You know, there's a reason you feel that way. And, you know, a good 3-step process would be to, you know, accept, how do I feel? And then you want to feel how you feel, because that's important too. Because otherwise it would get blocked out. And then the last step, you know, is decide what you're going to do about it in, you know, a loving manner. Loving for yourself, or actually whatever is most loving for everyone. But include yourself in this one. It's big. Because a lot of times I would not include myself in this calculation. You know, a lot of times I didn't. So this is a new thing. So you know, my brain is wired for dysfunction. So it's going to take me a while to rewire this, but it's totally possible to change what your brain is like. You know, it's totally possible to rewire it. You know, they talk about all this neuroplasticity stuff, and that's just rewiring your brain. Meditation is just rewiring your brain. Some of those self-guided meditations on YouTube are really fucking good. You know, there's some ones around like money. I'll post them on the Shut Up and Feel um, Facebook page, or about releasing your inner child, or things like that that I sometimes struggle with, or the things I'm working on. And you know, I'm in the place that I'm doing these every day for 6 weeks, and I know it's just going to be fucking a matter of time before it fucking changes my life and my reality. And my friend Sedef's in hypnotherapy school, and what I'm talking about, this is what they learn in motherfucking hypnotherapy school, man. So she's validating what I am learning, and testing and being like a fucking biohacking myself, or spirit hacking myself. And the other way I'm kind of transcending my higher self, as well as doing this, is really looking at my fears. So we learn two ways. We learn by, you know, theta brainwave state. We also learn through repetition. So continually looking at my fears, and anytime like feel that resistance to like doing something, fuck, man, I gotta do it. Fuck. Okay. Doing that too. You know, for example, I had to admit to myself that I was dysfunctional. I am dysfunctional. I am codependent. I'm a codependent narcissist. And that I had a dysfunctional relationship with a woman. And my dysfunctional brain told me that this is what I wanted. This is what you want. This is what you want, what you want, what you want. This is what you want, what you want, what you want. My dysfunctional brain told me this is what I wanted. So I was like, whoa, yeah, this is totally what I want. But after I started feeling my feelings were like, what's up? Your feelings are weird. Your feelings are off. Something's up. And I realized I wasn't allowed to feel, you know, especially unhappy feelings about anybody. Wasn't allowed to make anybody angry. I wasn't allowed to speak my own truth, so I wouldn't rock the boat, wouldn't make my mom angry. So I wasn't allowed to feel any feelings really. And in this lifetime, I really want to be happy. I really want to reach my full potential. I really want to do my theoretical best. And it's not personal. You know, I realized that with this person, I just didn't feel happy. I was intellectualizing maybe what happy felt like. But the only thing I knew was dysfunction. So I needed to take a step back and like work on myself. Try to get out of this fear and lack vibration, and get into a more love-based vibration. Because we don't even realize that, like, I didn't even realize. When I say you, I really mean I. Sorry. I don't even realize that if I was healthy, that the self would be in control. You know, your higher self is in control, and your intellect is the servant. But I have that all backwards. You know, I had that completely backwards. And the issue was that I, like most of us, spend between 80 and 95% of our day in subconscious thought. I don't know exactly what number it is. I've seen the range between 80 and 95%. But regardless, man, that's a motherfucking a lot. That's so much. That's so much of our day. We're like, have no clue. Like, who's in control of the show? Ask yourself a lot of the times, like, who's in control of the show? I'd ask myself a lot. And that's when I realized I had obsessive thinking. And the thing I'm working on to rewire my brain is just focusing on 3 things. And if it doesn't like fall under the umbrella of those 3 things, then I am just in a subconscious programming, subconscious programmed obsessive thoughts, and I didn't even know there was a difference. I thought this was just normal. Fuck. So I'm really, this is a really good strategy for me. The 3 focused intents are kind of like, one of them I wrote down today was like giving myself the highest, meeting my needs for a high level of self-care. That is one thing I'm focused on all day. My emotional set point today is just gratitude, just listing everything. That's also kind of one of the focus intents. I doubled up on gratitude because it's so good. Because I actually was feeling gratitude the other day. I was like, whoa. Oh, it feels different. Oh, you have feelings. Now you can feel gratitude. Oh, this is a new thing. Badass. I like this thing. So, finding your truth, the path to finding your truth, or I took the path that I'm taking to find my own truth. It's all part of the journey. It's all part of the journey. And when you find it, don't be afraid to speak it. Speak your own truth. And if anybody out there is having the courage to look at their own toxic shame, like, I know it's tough, man. Like, I know it's like the toughest thing to do. So just want to say that you totally rock if you're doing that, feeling your feelings. It's fucking tough. It sucks. When you start doing that, after a while, then you can start feeling things like, oh, wait, this is what gratitude feels like. It's just not in my intellect. It's not in my intellect anymore. I'm feeling it. So that's kind of the benefit of going down this path. So I hope it gives you more courage. I really do. I hope this message finds you well. And yeah, sending love.